My next guest is a mindset expert who helps female entrepreneurs turn their passion into a profit and create financial freedom. Please welcome Juju Rafii. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I am here today with Juju. Hi, Juju.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here today. Please feel free to share with us who you are, what you do, and give us all the details.
All the juicy details. Well, first of all, thanks again so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I was so happy to connect with you online. I feel like somehow we were drawn together. I don't even know how, but it's been wonderful getting to know you, and I love what you do. Thank you for all you do for women in our community and all the confidence that you give us through your work. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. And so, again, my name is Juju Rafii, and I help women who feel stuck by working with them on gaining clarity on what they truly want and aligning with their purpose. And I take their purpose, align it with the skills they already possess so I can help them make money doing what they love. So I have one-on-one coaching programs, and I also lead a women's empowerment group because I'm just trying to help as many women as I can before I leave this earth.
I love it so much. Oh my gosh, we're so similar in so many different ways, and I just love your mission so much. So, tell us more about mindset and why is it so important, and how can we start cultivating a mindset of prosperity and abundance and all the great success?
That's a great question, and I'm happy to talk about that. So, as a mindset expert, I found out a very long time ago mindset is everything. When I started coaching 4 years ago, I started out as a different type of coach than a mindset coach. And it transformed as I started working with people. I started narrowing down my niche, and then I renamed my coaching, and then I renamed it again. And I realized I kept renaming it because I realize it always goes back to mindset. First, I was just dealing with success. Then I was doing transformational coaching. But I realized every client I work with, we always had to start with the mindset work before we could get into anything else. And that's when I decided, okay, I'm strictly just going to help people with their mindset from now on.
Mm,
Because no matter what you're working on or where you're at in your life or in your career, if your mindset is not in the right place, there's no way you can attract abundance or prosperity. So it's about
yeah.
getting in the right mind frame. It's just like when you're getting ready to take a test, for example, for school. You study, and before you study, you kind of have to get in the mood to study, right? You can't just open the book and start memorizing things. You've got to get a coffee, you've got to sit in a comfortable place, you've got to get the right lighting, you got to get a comfy blanket, you got to open up the book, the notebook, the laptop, all your stuff is laid out in front of you. Now you're ready to study and dive in and learn. But if you're not in
Yes.
that mindset, it's so hard to absorb the information and even worse, to apply it later. So, how
Mm.
can we attract prosperity and attract abundance in our lives when our mind is not in the right place? It's impossible. Can't do it. Can't do it. So, number one
Absolutely.
is making sure your mindset is in the right place is by raising your vibration. That is the key to getting your mind in the right place because we all know you can't get in the right mindset if you're in a bad mood. You can't get in the right mindset if you're not coming from a healthy place, coming from negativity. So, raising your vibration will get you into the mindset that you need to do before you do anything is raising that vibration, getting in the right mindset. And only from that place can you attract abundance and can you attract prosperity.
Yes, I love it so much. So, what are your favorite ways to raise your vibrations?
I'm so glad you asked me that. So I actually give a talk on 10 ways to raise your vibration and how to get anything that you want. So I won't go into all those ways right now. I'll just talk about a couple of my favorites, which I'm sure most people can resonate with. One of those is music. Listening to music, and I'm talking about positive music, music that makes you move, music that makes you feel good, music that makes you smile, music that makes you happy, music that you put on and you can't sit still. Like there's certain songs we all have, right? They come on when we're driving, we're like, oh, that's my jam. And you crank that radio and you don't care who's looking and you're just singing your heart out. Your vibration in that moment is so high, it's so amazing, right? Or you hear a song that makes you want to dance and you just stop what you're doing and dance. That is using music to raise your vibration. So let's say you want to work on a project or you want to attract abundance and prosperity, or before you even work with a client or before going into a meeting, you can listen to that same song that makes you feel so good, and it will raise your vibration internally and allow you to be in this beautiful space so that your mindset can be in the right place. So music is
Yeah.
one of my favorite examples. Another example is gratitude. If you stop and give gratitude every single day for all the things that you have and that are going right in your life and in your business, that puts you automatically in another beautiful space where your mindset can attract prosperity and abundance. So, gratitude is a fantastic way to raise your vibration. And the more gratitude you express, the higher your vibration and the better you're going to feel and the more you're going to be able to do and receive. So,
Yes.
music, gratitude. Another one is journaling. Sometimes our minds get so busy, we can't even think clearly. So forget about
Mm.
getting in the right mindset. If your mind is racing, if you're stressed, there's no way you can think clearly enough to attract anything except more of that. So I feel
Mhm.
like journaling or writing is very helpful to a lot of people, a lot of my clients anyway. I share with them journals when we work together so that they have somewhere to write their thoughts and their feelings, because getting it out of your head and onto paper sometimes is all you need to create more space for new things to come in and new ideas to come in. So between music and gratitude and journaling, I think those are three really fantastic ways to raise your vibration.
Yes, I love it so much. And I mean, like,
Yeah,
music goes hand in hand with dancing. Like, I love dancing too.
absolutely. That's another way. Absolutely.
Love it. I love it. So, I'm curious to know, like, growing up, did you imagine you'd be doing what you do today?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a loaded question there, my friend. So you know what? I did not. I did not. I grew up in a home where there was a lot of scarcity, and although it was a happy home, and
Mm,
I had both my parents spoiling me, loving me, there was still this scarcity mindset. They lived paycheck to paycheck. We didn't really talk about money. We didn't talk
mhm,
about any type of savings. Um, we didn't talk about abundance. We were just, very grateful for what we had, and that was it. Just like barely getting by. I watched my parents do that for years as a child. And when I grew up, instead of following into that same pattern, something inside of me felt like I did not want that for myself. I did not want to live paycheck to
mm.
paycheck, worried about where was money going to come from, how I was going to pay for things, losing sleep, stressing out. No way. I did not want that for myself. So I made it my personal mission. I knew deep down inside I wanted to help people. I just wasn't sure how. So I made it my mission to try on different hats and to go down different routes and to meet different people and find a way. find a way, find a path, find a route, find a way to get to a place where I could help other people and not have this scarcity mindset and adopt the fact that there is abundance and there's enough for everybody to go around. And I wanted to be able to take that and show other people how to feel that too. So it was really amazing how I can turn
Mm.
from coming from a place of scarcity to a place of knowing there's actually so much abundance out there and showing other people how to feel that as well.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I just love hearing that story so much. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. So, what would you say maybe to some listeners right now who are going through that, who are seeing maybe their circle of friends or maybe the people who are they're close with and they don't have that abundant mindset? Like what advice would you tell them?
So the first thing I would ask them to do is stop and look at what is abundant in your life. What do you have? And maybe not focus so much on what you don't have because that's what you're going to get more of. What you focus on grows. So if you focus on the
Mhm.
abundance that is in your life, that exists in your life, the money you do have, the home you do have, the food you do have, the resources you do have, the tools you do have in your life right now that you're using every single day, if you can stop and
Mhm.
realize that's so much more than some people actually have. What we have right now at your
Mhm.
fingertips is so much more than some people have. Some people have so much less. And if you stop and look around at what you have, what's going right in your life, what's going right in your business, it really helps shift your mindset to realize, hey, I do have abundance. I do have it going on. I do have things going for me. And as I said, what you focus on grows. So keep focusing on going forward, what you can do better, work with what you have, know that you have enough, you are enough, and you're guaranteed to attract abundance. And if you have a circle of friends that are not thinking that way already, you need a new circle. Everybody should be patting you on the back,
Yeah.
should be lifting you up. If they don't support your goals or don't make you laugh, you don't have time for that. They got to go. So maybe it's
No.
time to clean up
Yeah.
your circle. It's springtime right now. Maybe spring cleaning in your friends list, spring cleaning in your home, spring cleaning in your life, spring cleaning in your business. Maybe start shedding the things that are not lifting you up because you can't attract abundance if you are surrounding yourself with people who don't think that way. So if you're listening to this podcast, you
Mm.
already obviously are on the right path and surrounding yourself
Mhm.
with people who are interested in success and abundance and prosperity. And that's the perfect place to be right here listening to this podcast. And if you're listening now, you're not here by accident. You're here for a reason and you're hearing
Yeah.
this for a reason. So tap into that and tap into what you already have and run with it. And don't worry about who is around you that's not already there. Number one, they'll get there on their own time. Number two, your goal is to surround yourself with more people who love
Mhm.
positivity and abundance and are in the mindset that you want to be in and are a few steps ahead of you.
Mhm. Oh, so good. I always say that personal growth and mindset, like it's a journey, like it's a progress. So, what would you say to someone who's maybe getting a little bit impatient, like they're not there yet, they're working on it like every single day? So what would you say to them?
So, to that person who's on their journey and feels this way, I have a spoiler alert for you. There is no destination. I'm sorry if no one told you yet, but the real beauty, joy, success, prosperity, abundance is in the journey, it's in the process. And sometimes we don't realize it till it's 10 years later and you come up for air and you look around and you're like, oh my gosh, where did the last 10 years go? Wow, look at all the work I've done. So instead of waiting for that to happen or paddling and paddling and paddling, going to this place that you don't even know where it is, you just know it's up and it should be better, right? Realize that the work you're doing today is all that matters.
Mhm.
Where you're at right now is all that matters. If you haven't read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, I highly recommend that book. It's a very good read and
Mhm.
it helps you understand that it's what you're doing right now that is the true success. I consider myself extremely
Mm-hmm.
successful. Do I have millions of dollars in my bank account? Nope. That's not what success is to me.
Yeah.
Success to me is the fact that I have a positive mindset and I'm able to uplift the people around me, and I'm able to create a mindset of wealth and prosperity and abundance for the people that are around me, including my family. And we all feel really damn good. And so do my clients. That to me is success. So for those of you who feel like you're struggling, like the beauty is in how you get through this struggle, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe realizing that your struggle isn't so bad. Maybe
Mm.
stop and realize that you are doing good work and you are doing good things and that you have worked very hard and it shows.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting teary eyed.
Ah, group hug.
This is so good. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. And I feel like everyone needs to hear this right now.
I mean, it's all about spreading the wealth and spreading the love and doing things
Yeah.
with love. You're doing this podcast with love. I'm talking out of love. If you do things through your heart center, you cannot fail. You cannot fail if you do things through your heart center with love. So go forward and do everything you need to do after hearing this with love, and you will not fail.
Yes. Amen. I love this so much.
Yes.
So now I want you to share more about your successes and brag a little. Like, tell us what is your greatest accomplishment in business? Maybe it's a client that had amazing results. Like, tell us more about
Oh my goodness. Well, I feel like I have accomplished a lot. I
that.
feel like I have achieved so many things. I set so many goals and I crushed them one after another, after another, after another. And that's like my thing. And so I have a laundry list of things I'm super, super proud of. But I think the biggest thing for me is figuring out my niche and who I want to work with, because I used to be that entrepreneur who I just want to help everybody and I thought everybody was my client and or potential client. And as much as I want to help the entire world, there's just not enough hours in the day for that. So you have to really figure out who you work best with. And for me, figuring out who I love helping, who I love working with, and knowing exactly how I want to help that person is what helped me build my business to what it is today. And I have people lining up to work with me because I know who I want to work with and how I want to help them. I don't even need to know where they are or where to find them. I just
Mhm.
had to know what I wanted to offer, and I needed to know who I wanted to offer it to. And once I discovered that, after going through several different type of industries, and I used to be in health and fitness, I used to do personal training. Obviously, I love working with people. And then I started coaching, but figuring out exactly who I want to work with, and
Mhm.
that's those women who feel stuck. That's for me a big accomplishment because it took a lot to figure that out. Nobody can just tell you, you can't just sign up with somebody and they're going to tell you, oh, this is how you're going to be successful. You got to go through the motions and you got to figure that out on your own.
Yeah.
And you got to pick up tools and resources from all these amazing people. And so figuring that out for myself and applying that to my life and setting up my business and then having a baby at 42 years old was kind of a big deal.
Oh.
So that's to me a big accomplishment that I have two businesses and an 8-month-old baby right now. So that's a pretty
Oh,
big deal for me.
so cute. Oh my gosh, you are a super hero mama.
Thank you. Just goes to show you can do it. Anyone can do it. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
how old you are. It doesn't matter what your situation is. I work from home. I have an 8-month-old baby. I also have an 8-month-old or 8-year-old stepdaughter and an
Mhm.
18-year-old son in college.
Wow.
And I'm 42, and I have two businesses. So that didn't happen overnight. That didn't happen in my 20s. I had a career. I did other jobs. This is where I am right now, and
Mhm.
it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And it took work to get there, and it
Mhm.
takes a village. I had to tap into people like Anna, and I had to tap
Mhm.
into coaches and programs and educate myself and really dig deep and do the inner work to figure out what was the best place that I could put myself to support myself and my family.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I asked this to everyone on the podcast, and I'm really curious to know your answer. What does being a powerful leader mean to you?
Leading by example and leading from the front and having integrity and authenticity. What you're doing when no one's looking, having that authenticity when you're speaking and you don't know who's listening, being that leader all the time in
Mm-hmm.
every aspect of your life, on social media, in your private life, and in your business life. That to me is being a powerful leader, somebody who's constantly setting an example of what a boss looks like, of what somebody who has her stuff together looks like. Doing it that I'm not saying every day is perfect. I'm not saying I don't have my moments where I even, maybe shed a tear here and there because of breaking down or stress or the baby keeps crying or whatever. But I'm still a leader
Yeah.
because I'm still handling things, like a boss and making sure everybody's taken care of no matter what I'm feeling.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is so good. So, do you have any last piece of wisdom you'd like to share with our audience today?
Make sure your cup is full before you try to help other people because you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Mm,
So if that is journaling, listening to music, listening to this podcast, working with a coach, reading a book, whatever that is to fill your cup, make sure your mind is in the right place before you offer to help somebody else because people can see right through that. And
mm-hmm.
so definitely go out there and make sure your cup is full and do what you need to do to feel empowered so that you can turn around and link arms with somebody else and pull them up with you.
Yes, I love it.
Yes.
I love it. So, where can people go to connect with you further in the online space?
I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on Facebook, all under Juju Rafii. I'm also on Instagram, and I have a link tree at Juju Rafii, so you can just find me there. I've got all my links online. I'm pretty easy to find. I'm the only Juju Rafii, and everybody knows somebody that needs some good juju in their life.
Definitely. I need you in my life. You're amazing.
Ah, thank you, Anna. You're so amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. You are amazing. Everyone, go follow Juju today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.